Holy moly, you beautiful crypto degens. Somebody sound the alarms and summon the blockchain gods. We've got Luke Belmar calling TONcoin the next $100 billion market cap juggernaut. That's right, if you're not holding TON right now, it's like skipping out on Apple stock in 2003 so you could go all in on Blockbuster. Yeah, I said it. But we'll dive into that face-melting TON play and tons more coin-crunching paradise in just a moment. It's gonna be a wild ride. Now, before we throw ourselves elbow first into the altcoin fiesta, let me reintroduce myself for the uninitiated browsing charts from their grandma's basement. I'm Jordan Bullfort, master of digital hype, international aficionado of vaporwave markets, and the only guy that converts dopamine into viable yield farming plays. Today, I guzzled the entire internet straight from the source, drank every tweet, gulped every subreddit, snorted AI models like they were lines of quantum code. What emerged from that high-tech data tripping? This baby. A lean, mean 10-minute feast of pure crypto crunch, sprinkled with insights sharp enough to slice through a blockchain. Let's rip the Band-Aid right off and talk about the elephant in the decentralized room. Is Bitcoin turning into Nana's attic gold? That's what Paul Barron asked in his killer chat with Paul Stork on the Paul Barron Network. And let me tell you, if Bitcoin doesn't get a Lightning Network facelift and maybe a couple metaphorical face tattoos, it's going to go from king of crypto to the MySpace of money quicker than you can say layer 2. Here's what we're talking today coin-wise, kids. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Floki, TON, SPX 6900, Destra, and Tau. Now that's a crypto alphabet soup packed tighter than my broker's offshore accounts. These are the only coins that matter right now because they sit on the bleeding edge between generational wealth and living in your cousin's garage eating dry cereal. So hear this story. I once almost bought an actual castle in the south of France with Dogecoin. Yeah, this was 2021 and I was on that moon juice. I saw Bitcoin tapping support like it was checking into a Hilton. Meanwhile, Doge was looking spicy. So I tossed 20 grand into a meme coin basket that included Floki, back before it was even on radar. And within a week, I had 6 NFTs in a metaverse golf club and an actual French realtor texting me. Guess what took it all? Not the market, not a crash, the transaction speed. Bitcoin, bless it, was slower than dial-up AOL trying to confirm one single payment. That's when I started watching Stork talk about oification, the disease where Bitcoin refuses to change. If this currency wants to rule kingdoms again, it needs a little plastic surgery, slash that TX fee, and slap in some layer 2 bionics. Now on to altcoins, the part of the show where I open the floodgates of upside. Let's start with Ethereum. Benjamin Cowan's calling it coming home at $1,600. Think of Ethereum like that reliable ex who actually went to therapy. It's bounced off the 1600 mark like it's got emotional support. Cowan's words, if it dips to 1500, that's our golden goblet. Miles Deutscher agrees. He's sniffing the dips like a bargain hunting bloodhound. And get this, Bankless is launching Etherealize to bridge the blockchain with institutional finance. They're basically trying to turn Ethereum into Goldman Sachs, minus the tax evasion. Ethereum shines because it's where the apps live. It's not your grandpa's stablecoin. It's the smart contract city where NFT punks walk dogs built from code. Solana, though, it's creeping toward $100 with spooky, sexy confidence. People like Altcoin Daily and Crypto John mention limit orders there. Solana processes transactions like it's Tony Stark's espresso machine. Zero lag. When the Bitcoin fog lifts, Solana's poised to outperform like a skinny guy at Buffett lines. XRP, meanwhile, it's playing the long game with DCA strategies. Regulatory drama, sure, but when the pop happens, it's going to be dramatic, like Court TV meets Wall Street bets. Now, let me drop something juicy in your wallets. Floki. If you're scratching your scalp wondering what that is, Lark Davis is practically foaming at the mouth over it. Memecoin DNA? Yes. Utility sauce? Double yes. Listen, Floki isn't just about funny names equal funny gains. It's planting seeds in playable, usable protocols. It's the Trojan horse of tokens, comes in giggling, but inside it's packing serious decentralized weaponry. TONcoin is next, and baby, I'm breaking the camera zoom on this one. Luke Belmar is pushing TON for a mind-melting 12x gain potential. Right now, the market cap is $8 billion. It hits $100 billion, and you're taking a rocket ship to Maltese citizenship. He's not barking without basis either. Telegram integrations, network growth, it's real. We're talking about a social-scaled layer 1 chain that fits mobile first like peanut butter on a rice cake. TON has the adoption channel sewn in. Now here's where things spiral into Bullfort fantasy, SPX 6900. You want memes? You want toaster in the bath volatility? SPX 6900 is microwaving all that into one degenerate bowl of financial soup. Morad thinks this meme coin could become a stock market assassin, taking the volatility of traditional SPX and going, hold my beer. It rose 21% in the middle of a crash. That's not funny. That's freaking heroic. You want something newly born straight from the womb of AI prophecy? Let me introduce you to Destra. Alex Becker, clean-shaven techno-oracle, is blessing this with chosen child status. It's a GPU powerhouse decentralized play. Sitting at 40 cents right now, that's sushi price. You stack this, and if AI ramps up the way every analyst is drooling, Destra doesn't just go up, it explodes like a fireworks show coded by ChatGPT. Let's not forget TAO. Crypto banters got stars in their eyes about this one. Owning TAO is like getting a ticket to every subnet show in the BitTensor circus. They're rerouting from the root chain towards subnet shoots, and with returns up to 500% in shoots, that's not a buy, that's a mandate. Okay, time for a shot of espresso made from raw degen plays. But first, the macro volcanoes erupting. Savvy Finance popped the big one. Bitcoin to 1 million over the next decade. Suddenly, grandma's gold tooth isn't looking so shiny. Dan Tapiero says Bitcoin's got the same inverse energy as gold. When gold frowns, Bitcoin flexes. Meanwhile, crypto banters whispering sweet nothings about subnets printing 175% daily. That's not yield, that's black magic. Benjamin Cowan's telling us to expect Ethereum drawdowns of 50 to 60% because it's coming home. Cowan isn't a clown. He's a market historian. If he's battening hatches, you should be waterproofing your ledger. And now crystal ball time, Bullfort vision style. Boom. Here's how the rest of 2025 looks if you follow my trades. Bitcoin settles at 77,500. Bounce confirmed. Ethereum rockets past 2,000 with institutional tailwinds. TONcoin, it blasts off, stops, and fakes a rug pull, so only the true believers get rich. SPX 6900 does a 30x weekend sprint and breaks CoinGecko servers. And Destra, chalk my words, Destra becomes the NVIDIA of the crypto AI crossover. I'm talking new internet level upside. Here comes a crypto villain roast. Regulation heads? Bunch of wet napkins at a tequila party. The IMF wants a coordinated crypto crackdown. Meanwhile, we're out here minting millionaires in 48 hours using GPU yield farms and Tokyo Twitter memes. Tell Janet Yellen to learn about DeFi before she tries to ban it. Ethereum ain't a threat. It's a ledger with better accounting than the entire IRS system. Now, Ave, let's go deeper real fast. Newsletter from the sharp cats at Milk Road says AAV's circulating stablecoin GHO just went from 40 million to 210 million. That's a 5x. Their new savings product taps into the yield hunger of stablecoins like SUSD and SUSDS, while Horizon rides real-world asset tokenizations to institutional borrowing playing hard on-chain. This isn't a protocol, it's an empire. They've got 8.5 million in revenue, spending 5.9 on incentives and still in profit during a bear. With 90 million in treasury and a total of 180 mil in assets, Aave's inhaling DeFi dominance like an Olympic champion. Quick crypto hack from the foxhole of fortune. Want a secret edge? Get alerts when large wallet addresses move stablecoins, not just native tokens. You want to watch whale wallets move 10 mil in USDC to an exchange? That's a leak in the dam, brother. You follow that move, you beat the flood. Tools like Whale Watch give you that sly edge. Recap time, but keep your helmets on. Bitcoin's catching flack over innovation lag, Ethereum's flirting with its sugar daddy institutions, altcoins like Floki and TON are ready to cook the sky, and degen dreams ride on rockets called SPX 6900 and Destra. Now brace yourselves, Bullfort super yacht lightning trades are coming in 3, 2, 1. Here comes the Bullfort lightning round. This is where I give you the FU trade setup, because money isn't just power, it's thunder in a Gucci bag. Buy TONcoin, 8 billion market cap on the way to 100 billion, 12x, target $120. Stack Destra under 50 cents, it's your AI golden ticket. Ethereum? Load the cannon at 1500, reload at 1470 if we get erratic dips. Floki has utility mojo nobody's seen coming. Aim for breakout once utility platform launches. SPX 6900 for wildcard madness. Watch on bullish days and ride the lightning. Now let me stand on my soapbox for the haters. Wall Street suits still think crypto's a fad? They wear suspenders and trade options on oil barrels, for crying out loud. We're here rebuilding the financial system weird coin by weird coin. These crypto critics wouldn't know innovation if Satoshi Nakamoto delivered it by drone in a silver briefcase. So to close this electric parade, smash that subscribe like it owes you money, hit the bell, join Bullfort's pack. Because when I drop next week's playbook, you're gonna want front row seats, not sidelines with the fiat salesman. We're rewriting the algorithm, and it's spelt wealth. Ride it, own it, and print it, baby. This is Jordan Bullfort, signing off until next time, when millionaire dreams become autopilot trades.